Hello, lovelies. It's DIY Tuesday. It's Maria, one of the editors, creators, and event consultants over at Wedding Planning Resources. Today, I'm taking you with me as I put together the easiest and most budget-friendly dessert tower for a movie night party that I am hosting. I am starting with my breakfast and will touch up with my nail polish. Then I am taking you to the store with me to see what I can find. Okay, so I finally got out of the house and here we are at the grocery store and I found these cupcakes. And I thought I liked them, but now that I'm looking at them, I do not like them at all. I am not a big fan of the sprinkles or whatever things on top of them. So I am just skipping the cupcakes altogether. So instead of doing cupcakes, I have decided to go for chocolate muffins instead and also include these yummy mini chocolate croissants. I have tasted them before and they actually taste so good. I was contemplating if I wanted a real cake for the top tier, but I wanted to make it easy peasy for the guests so there is no need for actual plates and they can get by with just cocktail napkins. So I am going for this marble cake. Also, I had these before and they taste so good and so moist. I was thinking of adding some donuts as well, and I think I'm just gonna drive through Tim Hortons for that instead of getting it from the grocery store. But before I finish off here, I just need to grab a bunch of flowers so I can use it to decorate the tower just a little bit. I am now lined up at the drive-thru and I realized that instead of getting actual donuts, I've decided I'm getting Timbits instead. Overall, that's just better for snacking and easier to eat.
Hi, can I take your order?
Yeah, can I please get 10 Timbits honey dip?
Yeah, 10 Timbits all honey dip.
Actually, let's make it 20, so 10 honey dip and then 10 the birthday cake waffle, please.
Birthday cake, like the Timby's birthday cake waffle?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to charge you separately. So you want 20 Timbits? I'll charge you 10 Timbits all honey dip, and then 10 Timby's all waffle. Is that okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it. Appreciate it.
Yay! Now that we got everything, let's put them together. For the dessert stand, I already have this Walton treat stand from a long time ago. It is not the best quality and not the most elegant looking, but it's for 17 bucks and definitely worth it, especially if you're just using it for a small get together at home and nothing really fancy. It came in this charcoal gray color, so I decided it was time to change it up and I bought a white acrylic paint and I painted it on the metal part of the stand. I wanted a distressed look and also I just wanted something easy and fast to do. So instead of painting on it, I just tap onto it, as you can see here. The tip here is to do it in layers because you're not going to be able to cover it in the first layer. So you're going to start with one layer. Let that layer dry before you put on another so it won't lift that previous one. You can cover it as white as you want, or you can also make it look very distressed. Again, I just didn't want to deal with it so much. I just painted however which way. But for the most part, it really didn't bother me that much. I really wanted that distressed look anyways. I also got these doilies that came in different sizes. I used them to line the tiers, so it's just much easier to clean up. You just literally grab the whole liner and toss it, and you don't have to wipe as much as you should. Also, I like the fact that they create a barrier so that you won't see what's below the tiers. That way, when you look at the stand, you see it per tier and there's no peeking through on what's underneath. I got these from Amazon and had it for a while now. I have linked all these products in the full article linked below. So I am now using these doilies that I got in different sizes, and I am putting them accordingly depending on the size for each tier. Sometimes you gotta push those little legs in or else it's gonna be floating. Again, this is not the best tier ever. It's $17, so I'm not expecting a lot, but you just had to push it a little bit in so it doesn't snap back out. And if you're using light items like donuts or nothing heavy, this will do. See how I'm like snapping them in just to make sure. The doilies, their edges are lifted, so I just kind of flatten them by wiggling them around. So I am starting with the croissants just because it's a little bit easier. I do have a lot of them, so I wanted to line them up first at the bottom tier. And then move things around as necessary. Oops. Yeah, do not try that at home, please. If you're serving this to like real guests, if it drops, please don't give it and don't serve it. But this is because it's just for us, so I'm fine with that. Don't tell anybody, please. Just let this be our secret. And I am just lining them up. I put one right in the middle and I'm just going around in circles. I keep forgetting that I can spin the tier instead of me spinning around, but you know, that's life. And I'm leaving that as it is for now, so I'm not really filling it because we still have the Timbits to work around. That's actually a good tip. Instead of filling everything up, do it lightly and then build from there. I'm literally just pretending that I'm using tongs because, you know, to show you guys that I use tongs. But again, this is such a personal event that I can just use my hand, and I did wash before I did this. So I am just filling in the second tier with the chocolate muffins. By the way, they're not the real large muffins, they're mini ones. It depends on what party you're having. So for me, I like it to be bite-sized. That's why I wanted a lot of minis instead of bigger ones. I wanted them to have seconds and something that they can just pick up and have in one bite instead of holding it around with like a big muffin. This is just easier to be at a party and mingle because you can just bite one. And basically, I think this is a 2-bite muffin and a 2-bite croissant, but other than that, it's not like you have to walk around with a big muffin in your hand. The second tier, I was able to fill it up with muffins, which is really great because I was actually worried that I was not going to have enough because I only bought 2 packs, but I think we're good. There's probably a lot of extras too, probably not a lot, but there are some extras for sure. And so now I am moving on to the Timbits. I am basically placing them in between the croissants that I had earlier. So those spaces work perfectly, so I can fill them up with Timbits. I put those Timbits on top just for now because I am finishing it up with the croissants around the rim, but I know that I will need them to fill more space. They can sit there for a little bit until I figure out what I'm gonna do around the edges. And last but not least, I'm finishing it up with the marble cake. Grabbing these flowers. I know that it's crazy for what I'm gonna say, but I do spray them with alcohol. It probably isn't the best way to keep a flower alive, but because people touch it, I just want to make sure that they're safe when you put it beside food. Also, for these daisies, this is the one that I picked. They're white daisies and they're just the easiest. Pick the ones that doesn't have that wilted center. Again, I sprayed them with alcohol. I just want to make sure that they're safe. You don't have to insert them in the cake. You just have to do what you feel most comfortable with. I just do that on that side. Again, I spray them so that I make sure that they're clean. I also wipe the stems. And then the rest, you can put the flowers randomly where you want them to be, how you want them to look, definitely up to you. If you even want to skip this step altogether, you can definitely do that as well. I just added the blooms because I feel like it lightens up the vibe. Love how this turned out. I only went to one store and the total I've spent so far, not including the dessert stand, is $33. That's $6 for the Timbits, $4 for the marble cake, $10 for the 2 packs of chocolate mini muffins, $5 for a pack of chocolate croissants, $8 for the bouquet of flowers. If there are leftovers, which I'm sure there will be, ask your guests if they would like to take them home. There will be no food wasted, and they will have a snack on their way home. There you are, lovelies. As usual, we're here to inspire you to celebrate life and love. For DIY requests, comment below and we would be more than happy to help you out. Until next time, lovelies. Bye!